I imagine this is one of the stories we're going to have in closing now. Teacher sacked after criticising two-tier justice in Lucy Connolly case. This is from the Daily Skeptic. A teacher has been sacked at the behest of the National Education Union. I mentioned before, when we're talking about psyops and propaganda, these unions have a lot to answer for with this. After saying Lucy Connolly's prison sentence was an example of two-tier policing. Simon Pearson, 56, who teaches at the Preston College, said Connolly's online comments were obviously wrong. Don't know if I necessarily agree with him there, but said she should not have been jailed, which we can both agree with. But he was dismissed after an internal investigation prompted by a complaint from a Muslim representative at the National Education Union. Why do we have a Muslim representative of the National Education Union in this country? At the school, found his online posts had the potential to bring the college into disrepute. That's all it takes now. That's all it takes now. Speaking from personal experience here, that's all it takes now. All it takes is for an employer of any kind say that, oh, this could bring us into disrepute, even if it's not comments you even made at the time you were employed by them. And you can be terminated for that. You can be terminated straight away for that. So, yeah, if you want to know how deeply entrenched this is into every society and why, for example, people with, views that don't go with the government political orthodoxy, the leftist orthodoxy at this moment, why they might struggle to hold down full-time employment and stuff like that. I feel a lot for those people because that's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. I feel sorry for this man. Should not have, he didn't say anything. He even said her comments were obviously wrong. He expressed that he didn't even agree with her comments, just the fact that her being in jail is wrong, and that's why he got fired. This is truly disgusting. This is truly disgusting. As soon as I was branded as Islamophobic for expressing concern about violent crime, I became a marked man. It was clear that I had to be found guilty by the college. It became a witch hunt, and I had to be eliminated no matter what. So this man, this 56-year-old man, has lost his job. Odds are he's one of the good people. Odds are one of the good people that was there. It shows you, despite the fact that in the back of his head, he probably knew that, by saying this, he could face repercussion for it, right? Because that's just the society we live in. But he's willing to do it anyway. He's willing to stand on principle to a certain degree, even if I disagree with even what he says here, where her comments were obviously wrong, right? Even if I disagree with that. The notion saying that she should not have been jailed, right? So he's actually making more of a comment there on the heavy-handedness and the application of government rather than what she said, right? So he's actually disagreeing with what Lucy Connolly said, but because he thinks that she should be allowed to say it, right? Or she should not have been jailed at the very least, that's what got him fired. Let that sink in for a moment. A man who had nothing to do with Lucy Connolly, as far as we know, just a random teacher saying that, oh, her remarks are not something I agree with, but I don't think she should have been sent to jail. Then he gets fired and branded as Islamophobic, all of these things, which is now akin to character assassination, right? If you get branded as that, your reputation, everything like that, might as well be dirt at that point. In the eyes of many who've internalized this and internalized the government propaganda and stuff like that, right? In the eyes of people who've taken this up hook, line, and sinker and are just drones for the regime, your reputation then is completely destroyed. And odds are you'll never get it back. Odds are you'll never get it back. That's why if you're going to stand against this, you have to be prepared to suffer in some way. You have to be prepared to suffer. It's going to come for you. You could lose friends, right? You'll potentially even have conflicts within your family and stuff like that. And obviously then there's political persecution at the start at the hands of the state. There's, job prospects and everything like that. This man had his entire career taken away from him just because he believes that the woman shouldn't have been sent to prison for what she said. We are basically, we are about one step below being fully like communist China with the surveillance state and everything like that. So just let it sink in, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious, serious danger.